and Benn. How much more of the Conor Benn US tour do we have before possibly going back home overseas?
Do you know what? I feel very welcomed over here, and I say that from my heart. You know, you guys have really welcomed me in everywhere I've been, everywhere I've gone, every gym I've gone to, the people, even the turnout today. You know, I'm overwhelmed by the support I have over here. I know the Benn name is familiar over here. All the world titles are over here. So you can sort of call this my second home, unless Eddie has other plans.
Yeah, for me, you know, we came here really because of the situation. Every fighter hopes that after they've conquered their own country, you can finally fight in America. Well, that was actually Conor's third fight in America. He boxed in
New York, Orlando,
and now Vegas. I mean, actually, it's been a blessing. And this is actually the first UK fighter I've ever had headline in Las Vegas. You know, so we've had some smaller fights like Canelo Golovkin and Canelo Bivol. But in all seriousness, I've never had a UK fighter headline here. So that's great for us. And like I said, this happened because of a situation that you also have to remember that every time Conor Benn fights, it's on the shoulders, there's questions, it's hanging over us, there's another appeal, someone else is appealing. And once that's cleared, which is in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to see a different fighter, a different mindset, and we want to return to the UK next. You know, we'll be back here for sure, but I want to see him fill up an arena in the UK, which he can do very easily. Last one, guys, if we've got one more.
Conor, 3 years ago here in Vegas, I asked you about potential fights and guys want to fight. You mentioned Virgil Ortiz back then, it's the guy you wanted to fight. How do you think about that fight these days?
How do I feel about the fight with Virgil Ortiz?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Listen, as a boxer, as a young boxer, you want to fight the best. You feel like you've got something to prove, and you don't want to prove I'm the best. Again, I've used the example of when Virgil Ortiz fought Samuel Vargas just before I did. You know, I've done exactly the same thing, if not better. You know, you're talking then when Ennis fought Van Herden, I've done exactly the same thing, but better. You know, when Formella fought Sean Porter, I've done the same thing. You know, so people don't want to put me up there with these guys, but the reality is, that's where I belong, and I'll continue to prove it. If they aren't getting knocked out in 1 to 4 rounds, they're getting beaten for the 12th, and that's how I prepare. So, you know, I want to prove myself, you know, and that's just me being young and ambitious and hungry, and you know, have that drive to fight the best. And people say he's the future pound for pounder, and he's future pound for pounder. No problem, then we can run it.
Question for Eddie. I don't know if you saw the new rankings, the Adrian Brothers in the WBA rankings. Would you want to go to the Don King to make Conor Benn versus Adrian Brothers?
I mean, we're just getting over Chris Eubank Jr. Now we've got to go on to Don King.
Yeah.
I mean, but look, Broner's always a guy that his name, you know, talking to Bill Haney the other day about Adrian Broner.
Big event, you know?
Yeah, maybe. But obviously, look, outside of other fights that we won't talk about anymore, really the aim is for Conor Benn to become a welterweight world champion. The Broner fight, good name and everything, doesn't really position us to do that. So, you know, but who knows? We never rule out Mr. Broner. Not sure he'd make 147 pounds.
Eddie, you said you want to use next. If it's not Eubank, what sort of name?
I like Liam Smith. I like Kell Brook. But it doesn't have to be a Brook. I mean, we can bring over a Brook. You know, don't forget, he's having to go to Orlando, to Las Vegas. I mean, today he had to box at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, we started the show at 10 a.m. And the reason we did it for Conor Benn. Because where he's getting frozen out, we've had to ourselves invest, do something different. We must have in prime time for a UK audience, which we did tonight. So thank you for everyone for coming at an unusual hour, and I really enjoyed it actually. It's nice to be able to throw home. Yeah, we could all actually have a social life. You know, you can go home to your families and have some dinner tonight, and maybe this is a thing for the future. We did it without even realising. So thank you for all attending and your support this week, and we look forward to some big announcements for Conor Benn in the coming weeks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.